Using his blood clones, Sal slayed the dragon with a clean strike. As the dragon's head falls, all his friends rush towards him. Gloria, looking impressed, starts to say, "Not bad. The demonic dragon has finally..." But she is cut off as Sal points his sword at her, warning her not to come near him. Gloria, shocked, stops in her tracks, while Sal, with a determined look, seems to be struggling with some internal conflict or power. His eyes glow with an intense light, and purple energy swirls around him, hinting at a dangerous transformation or a hidden power that has taken control. Sal's vision blurs as a sinister voice echoes in his mind. The dragon's spirit taunts him from beyond the grave, saying, "Do you think you can rest easy after killing me?" Sal feels a chilling transformation start within him. The dragon's voice continues, "You will become like me, needing to eat more flesh and blood to maintain your strength." Unaware of this internal battle, his friends stand ready to support him. The dragon's spirit gives one final command, "Go, little mouse. They are your prey. Have fun killing them." Sal struggles to regain control, but the dragon's curse begins to take over. He gasps. Sal, now overtaken by the dragon's curse, lunges forward, driven by an uncontrollable thirst for violence. His friends, realizing the severity of the situation, begin to panic. One of them recognizes that Sal has overused his magic and has been demonized. Amid the chaos, Gloria tries to stop Sal, her eyes wide with desperation. Suddenly, Andrea appears, her hands glowing with a healing or purifying light. She steps forward, hoping to reach Sal and save him from the curse before he harms anyone else. The situation is tense as Sal's friends are torn between fear and the hope that Andrea might be able to bring him back to his senses. Sal struggles with the dragon's curse, his body trembling as he kneels on the ground. Andrea approaches, her hands glowing with purifying light. She reaches out to Sal, attempting to cleanse him of the dark magic. Sal's vision shifts as he falls unconscious, seemingly floating in a dark void. Andrea's light surrounds him, battling against the curse. Gradually, the darkness recedes, and Sal finds himself waking up in a serene forest. Andrea is beside him, relieved to see him awake. She explains that she used purification magic to stop the demonization, at least temporarily. Sal is groggy but thankful, asking about their friends. Andrea reassures him that everyone else is safe. She also reveals that they managed to secure the last remaining dragon egg. Andrea reassures Sal that she did not tell the Isaac family about the dragon egg, and that the red-haired girl has already left with her team. She encourages Sal not to worry about completing the mission. Sal, however, is not concerned about that. He thanks Andrea, but reveals his actual worries. He recalls a plan where Mia was supposed to take Andrea to a prearranged location and then lie about her accidental death so she could leave the family. He didn't expect the current situation. Suddenly, in a fit of anger, Sal lashes out at Baby Griffin, accusing it of failing a simple task. Andrea, holding the dragon egg, tries to calm Sal down. The bird defends itself, saying it's not its fault, and that Andrea was worried about Sal and insisted on entering the secret realm. Andrea pleads with Sal not to be rash and to talk things out. As Sal is confronted by his companions, one of them calls out, "Hey, Sal Cooper!" Tension mounts as two of his friends draw their swords and charge towards him. Sal, with a sly smile, accuses them of showing their true colors and trying to snatch the dragon egg from him. Just as the situation seemed ready to explode, the traitor was struck down by them. Blood splatters as the traitor falls. Sal is momentarily taken aback, and his confusion is evident. The remaining companions, now free of the traitor's influence, kneel before Sal. They beg for his forgiveness, explaining that they had no choice but to follow the matriarch's orders previously. They express their gratitude for Sal's bravery in saving them and pledge their loyalty to him, vowing to follow him to the end. Sal, visibly moved by their words and loyalty, responds with surprise. Andrea calls out to Sal, alerting him to the dragon egg. The egg begins to crack, and a demonic dragon hatches. The newborn dragon emerges, surrounded by an aura of dark energy. Sal steps forward, challenging the dragon. He declares that demonic dragons only obey the strongest and asks if it will accept him as its master. The dragon responds positively, acknowledging Sal's strength and accepting him. Sal's friends cheer, relieved and excited that the demonic dragon has been tamed. As the sun sets, Sal, Andrea, and their companions stand together, gazing at the dragon flying into the sky. The scene marks a turning point. From this moment, Sal Cooper's rebel force against the family is born. They have a powerful new ally in the demonic dragon, symbolizing their defiance and determination to carve their path. The scene shifts to a grand castle, where a mother and her son, Alan, are sitting together. Alan asks his mother when he can go to the horse racing tracks, and she replies that he can go when his father is done with his work. Suddenly, his father slams a piece of paper on the table, and a voice angrily rebukes Alan, accusing him of only enjoying himself all day long. His father informs them that Sal Cooper not only slew the demonic dragon, but also tamed its offspring. The mother defends her son, insisting that if Alan had gone, he would have tamed the demonic dragon as well. The tension is palpable as she decides to take Alan to the racetracks herself, leaving the room in a huff. As they leave, Alan, going to the horse track, orders the maid to bring him his horsewhip. The mother, speaking in a conspiratorial tone, inquires about the progress of the research on deprivation magic. The man assures her that the research is complete and they are only waiting for a suitable test subject with S-rank talent. Once they confirm it works, they plan to use it on Sal Cooper. The mother, with a malevolent expression, vows to get rid of Sal this time, showing her determination to see their plan succeed. 5 years later, Alan, now more mature and committed, receives a cure for his demonization. Andrea mentions that he won't be demonized by the blood demon again. He thanked Andrea for helping him achieve inner peace. Andrea, holding her new staff, smiled warmly and said, "No, it's me who should thank you for giving me such a wonderful staff." Alan sat quietly in the dimly lit cabin, his thoughts interrupted by a sudden noise outside. Andrea, standing nearby, looked alert. "Did you hear that?" she asked. Alan quickly moved to the window and threw it open. "Who's there?" he shouted, seeing a figure dart away in the moonlight. Has it already escaped? But that figure belongs to the housekeeper, he thought. Just then, 2 of Alan's trusted guards entered the cabin. "Young Master Cooper," one said, "the task you assigned as a result." Alan turned to face them. "What did you find out?" One of the guards, kneeling, reported, "We secretly trailed the housekeeper and discovered that he has been recruiting a group of black mages. He seems to be preparing to conduct a ritual in 3 days." The other guard added, "He even mentioned finally finding another target with S-rank talent, and their magic abilities are very high to them." Alan was confused and worried. He wondered why they didn't target him directly and who this new S-rank target was. Alan's mind raced. That target with extremely high magic abilities is... He suddenly realized, Andrea! While Andrea looked puzzled. 3 days later, Andrea was cleaning the storage room. "Sigh, the storage room is a mess again. I should just use magic to clean everything up." Suddenly, the housekeeper appeared behind her with a menacing look. Before she could react, he grabbed her and covered her mouth. Andrea struggled, but soon she fainted. The black magic mages began their ritual. During their chants, Andrea floated helplessly in the center, surrounded by a circle of glowing runes. The housekeeper led the chant. "Transfer the power. To my control, the power flows, following me like a shadow." He reached out to Andrea, who remained unconscious. Determined to gain her abilities, the housekeeper thought, "As long as the blood of her heart is mixed into the formation, her talent will be mine." Just as the housekeeper was about to complete the ritual, the runes flickered and the energy dispersed unexpectedly. He looked around, confused and alarmed. Suddenly, the scene shifted. The unconscious Andrea vanished, revealing it had all been an illusion. The real Andrea stood confidently nearby, her staff glowing brightly. She swiftly cast a powerful binding spell, Shining Star Lock, which ensnared the housekeeper in magical restraints. He struggled against the bonds, realizing too late that he had been outwitted by Andrea's clever use of illusion magic. As the housekeeper struggled against the magical restraints, he commanded the black magic mages to attack Andrea. They hesitated for a moment, but then rushed towards her. Meanwhile, Andrea remembered Sal's advice to close her eyes and avoid seeing or hearing anything. She complied, trusting his guidance. Suddenly, a powerful sound filled the air, causing the housekeeper to freeze. Two massive creatures, a dragon and a griffin, appeared in the sky, creating panic among the mages. The housekeeper was bewildered, unable to comprehend the sudden appearance of these monsters. The dragon and griffin descended upon the mages, scattering them with their fierce attacks. The housekeeper realized these were not ordinary creatures, but a demonic dragon and griffin. He understood that someone powerful was behind this. Amid the chaos, Sal Cooper emerged and confronted the housekeeper. The housekeeper recognized Sal and knew he was in serious trouble. Sal, enraged, demanded to know why the housekeeper targeted Andrea. Under the threat of Sal's blade, the housekeeper confessed that deprivation magic could only be used once on a target. To ensure young Master Allen received the talent, they needed a human test subject. Andrea was chosen for this grim purpose. Sal realized that Andrea was in danger because of him. With a stern expression, Sal considered his next move. He told the housekeeper he could let him go, but under one condition. Sal performed a spell called Shadow Oath, binding the housekeeper to his will. Sal commanded the housekeeper to return to the matriarch and report that the deprivation magic ceremony was successful and could be conducted on Sal immediately. The housekeeper, terrified, agreed, knowing the consequences of disobedience. The housekeeper, confused, asked why Sal was doing this. Sal's eyes glowed with determination as he revealed his plan to expose Alan's true colors. Enjoying the journey so far? Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to keep the adventure going.